Hello there viewers, Musical Aviator here. We're on the ground at Launceston, as you can probably tell by the big sign over there that says Launceston. We're in a Virgin Australia 737 in the white livery. Almost. It does however have a red nose. This is Virgin Australia's red-nosed aircraft, Victor Oscar Quebec. Thanks to Tyler Boyd for the repaint. We'll be flying this up from Launceston to Melbourne over the Bass Strait. So let's get on board and get ready for departure. Okay, just going to set my seat slightly left. Let's get the AIRS, so again the IRS system aligning. Going to pop on the forward fuel pump. I have 14 degrees outside. Not sure that's real, I'll just double check my weather's working correctly. GPS position, set that to the IRS. Yeah, it's going to grab the co-route from Launceston to Sydney. So again, Launceston to Melbourne. Cool. So fuel weight today is 54.1. Let's have a look at the reserves we have. Fixed reserve of 1.1, alternate is 0.5, 1.6. Should be arriving with 2.5. Cost index on today's flight is 20. Flight level 340. There we go, it's actually 10 degrees outside. D rating to 35. Let's listen to the ATIS or AWIS as it is. And it's Launceston 13475.
One 026 on first contact with Yankee Mike Lima Tango gravel approach. Notify receipt of Alpha Yankee Mike Lima Tango terminal information. Alpha runway 32 left. Wind 350 degrees 13 knots. Visibility greater than 10 kilometers. Cloud broken 1,200 feet. Temperature 10 QNH 1026. On first contact
1026
with Yankee Mike Lima Tango gravel approach. Notify receipt of Alpha Yankee Mike Lima.
Cool. So I don't have a tower here at Launceston today. There is actually a tower, but it's closed. Just getting a bit dark. So we need to make a CTAF departure. I get the charts ready. Aerodrome. That should be fine. There's a noise abatement procedure. I'll open that as well. Now CTAF today 1187.
7338 on the ground with you at Launceston. Chicago 7338 Melbourne Center.
Oh, it's cargo.
Wanting to know if we contact you for our departure Launy this evening. 1360. Correction.
Talking about else.
Cargo 7338. So your port code is 3302. Reported by traffic inbound a dash Q400. Estimating Launceston time 02.
That's fine for departure. So gravity trim 19% CG and trim will be 5.25.
Time 08.
Cheers right there. Runway was
well,
32,
3302.
32 left.
We are, this is traffic now. Payware from the report.
And what's our first waypoint? Let's have a look. Flicky, or 130. There it is, 132. Cool. So that's all set up. Just going to have a look at...
So it's had a good evening, velocity 676.
there we go, 8 minutes to go.
676 knots.
Just going to pop on to the CTAF for a little while. It's a bit quieter right there. And let's brief our departure. I'm going for the 130 departure. So it's SID runway 32 left north. 130, there it is. So departing runway 32, we track 313. And for 130, gradient 3.6 to 1500 and 3.3. At 1500, turning right and intercept route on the 324 degree outbound radial from Launceston to 130. Launceston is 226, again, 122.6. That's set. And that outbound radial one, so again, 324. Set.
Estimating Launceston DOR time 0.
Okay, MSA is 5,800. And just wondering what our initial climb is. Let's go 8,000. As after that will be in E-class airspace from 8,500 or above. Looking at the runway, it's 1,981 metres long. It is 45 metres wide, grooved surface.
1005
Jet noise abatement, climb procedures apply, runway 32 left. Which means a thrust reduction. Let's see if I've got that all there. Climb on. Actually make it climb 2. Rest of that's fine. Yeah, V speeds are ready. Let's just check them. Runway wind. Wind 350 at 13. And there's no slope. Good stuff. Safety climb out speed is 141. Good stuff. Baggage is complete. Boarding is complete. And let's go up here. Seatbelt signs are on. Iris alignment complete. I'll just double check heading. 278 set to both. 278, yep, on the compass. Let's go back and talk to Melbourne. So we'll be starting on the stand and then we'll make a taxi out, right hand turn. Info Alpha. Should actually be information Zulu because the tower's technically closed, but whatever.
Traffic in the area, Launceston. Yeah, I say 338 Melbourne Centre. Traffic in the area.
is Boeing 737 on the ground at Launceston, and Dash 8 Kilo 2289 Delta inbound Launceston, estimating Launceston time 03, and velocity 1372, and Embraer E190, estimating Launceston time 05.
No problem, thank you. Melbourne Canal, Holland 7338 will stand by for traffic.
Last 7338, if you want to continue...
We can probably start it now, let's do it. We don't need clearance to start, we only need clearance to, well, don't need clearance at the moment, we just need the squawk code.
I think you will change back and contact you once they're on 7338.
Okay, let's turn off packs. Packs are off. And yeah, let's start engine number 2. Number 2 cranking. %, on the N2. Engine 2 set idle. A bit more comfortable in the seat. There we go. EG2 rising.
Melbourne Center, good evening. Velocity 53, currently holding at flight level 240.
Velocity 531, flight level 330.
Climb flight level 330.
Start the cutout. Engine number 1 on the ground. And 2 rising. Engine number 1 set to idle. EGT rising. And start a cutout. Good stuff. There goes that Avro RJ. Cool. Let's look at the before takeoff checklist. Sorry. Configuration. Flaps 5. Recall checked, no items. Flight controls. Flight controls all appear pretty good. Rudder and spoilers. Flap set 5 on the green. Stabilizer trim set for the 5.2 units. Takeoff briefing has pretty much been completed. Something else that we needed? We needed V-speed, so we've got the V1 126 rotating at 130. 141 is set in the MCP. We're on the departure, so I'll be using VNAV and LAV. Safety speed 80 knots. And a V1 126. Just waiting on the cabin, and we'll make our request. Melbourne Centre and traffic Launceston, the velocity 1365, taxis runway 32 left, departure via 1 Faggy.
Velocity 1365, Melbourne Centre, good evening, squawk code 3303. And inbound traffic Launceston and Embraer 190, velocity 1372, Estimating Launceston time 07 and killing 2:28.9 Delta. Type to have on dash 8400, estimating Launceston time 13.
Get with the traffic, velocity 1365, squawk code 3303, velocity 1365. Now I'll switch back to the CTAF. Traffic on Launceston, velocity 1365 is a 737. We're just pulling out of gate number 3 onto Alpha, runway 32 left. We'll hold short. Taxi lights on. Rest of this looks fine. Cabin crew, arm doors and cross check. That's the dash 8, I do believe. Clock needs to go on. Full takeoff checks after the line. Engine switches continuous. Set. MCP set for departure. Transponder. TARA. We'll wait on the lights once we're on the runway. Once we get up to the corner, we'll make another broadcast. Traffic Launceston, the velocity 1365 737 is approaching runway 32 left with it. Don't see anything on the TCAS. Inbound Q-Link, what's your distance to the field? No answer, sounds like he's busy. Traffic Launceston, velocity 1365 enters runway 32 left for takeoff, northbound. Clock's on, lights are on, strobes are on. Taxi goes off. Cabin crew, seats for departure. Runway 32 left. Heading set 313, let's go. 50%. Stable. Toga. Take off for a set. 80 knots.
V1. V1. Rotate. V2.
Positive rate, gear up. Climb thrust set. And let's head back over to Melbourne Centre.
And velocity 1372.
Time 1-4.
And in right line to get
Flaps 1.
Time 17.
Quickly control the area and descent and custom traffic. Your information we expect long distance time 31.
Flaps up. Melbourne Centre, velocity 1365, departed Launceston, time 1-4. We are climbing to 8,000 through 4,400.
Velocity 1355 Melbourne, and you are cleared to Melbourne. Once again, you planned route, climb flight level 340.
Get the Melbourne planned route by 1 thank you, and climb flight level 340, velocity 1365. After takeoff checks, air conditioning and pressurization. That's all set. Flight level 340. And I'll just check the actual PSI. Yeah, that's good. Cabin altitude just out of 100. Start switches off. Landing gear up and off. Auto brake is off. Flaps are up, no lights, and altimeters just waiting on the altimeters.
Velocity 583, report 20 nautical miles to the top of the sun.
20 miles.
Velocity 583, yes, I know.
What is that? Velocity 583 is only 10 nautical miles to the top of the sun. 10 miles.
Standard coordinate set. 1013. Landing lights off. And seatbelts auto.
Estimating long distance time 3-1.
There's traffic in mission for area unsent. And by the way, I do not deploy to the bomb.
Velocity 583, no worries, on the set switch to long distance being happening at 18.7.
Right, mission 7, velocity 583.
So we're inside radar airspace by about now, and clear to climb to our final cruise altitude. Just looking at the weather in Melbourne, we have 0109 knots, so it's probably a runway 34 arrival. Nice evening departure. Well, we've got a little quiet moment. Let's jump over to 1180 and have a look at what's happening over there. So we'll do it on the second radio. This is Melbourne's new ADIS frequency. That's right, need to set it on. There you go.
Information uniform. Runway 34 for departure is arrival. This is a visual approach. In use. Wind 010 at 9 knots. Visibility, cav OK. Clouds, cav OK. Temperature, 13. QNH 1027. Of the contact with Melbourne approach. And the information uniform. No information is useful. Runway 34 for departure and arrival. This is a visual approach. Continue.
Traffic
010 at 9 knots. Visibility, camera okay. Clouds, camera okay. Temperature, 130. QNH, 1027. Operator contact is all right. No information is useful. Runway 34 for departure and arrival. This is a visual approach. Continue. 010 at 9 knots. Visibility, camera okay. Clouds, camera okay. Temperature, 13. QNH, 1027. Operator contact with all ground zero approach. Information is useful. No information is useful. Runway 34 for departure and arrival. This is a visual approach. Continue. 010 at
the time of morning, estimated time for waypoint time 29.
Station calling there.
Melbourne, can I comment 7338, part of Launceston, estimated time 7 for waypoint time 29.
Call 3338, call code 3302, please.
Call 3302, 7338. Sydney 38, 4332.
On 3338. Just confirming that you're tracking to 40.
This one is 7338, tracking 40 waypoint.
On 3338.
Might actually start briefing the Melbourne arrival. Those charts up. So the arrival's probably going to be Warren. I'd say it's Warren Victor. $1,000 foot to go. I might as well actually leave that tuned. Just turned off. There's flight level 340. 15 minutes after takeoff. $40 miles on top of the descent. Pretty short flight this one. Good old Launceston to Melbourne. So departing Launceston, we had some very nice scenery. That's by Orbx. Now it's actually Orbx freeware. You don't need to pay any money for that product. You can get that from the Orbx website. I'll just see if I can find it. Just doing a Google search, Orbx YMLT.
Melbourne Centre, Jester 735, with you approaching flight level 240.
Cool. So to find that, you go HTTPS That's Hotel Tango Tango Papa Sierra, semicolon,
Flight level
slash
310, jet star 735.
fullterrain.com/freeware. That's fullterrain.com freeware. And just do a control F, type in the word Launceston, Launceston. Alternatively, I think even, no, you need the whole word. Cool, that's alright. And once you've typed the entire word in there, you should find yourself at Launceston. I noticed doing a Google search, it's come up with a thread, Launceston version 2.5 for P3D V2, so that's an option. Obviously I'm flying FSX, so I'll use the one off the website. Oh yeah, you can type in YMLT, so go to that website, https //fullterrain.com/freeware. Once that site loads up for you, hold down your control key while typing the letter F, release your control key, type in YMLT, that's Yankee Mike Lima Tango, and that should bring you to the download for Launceston Airport. It is free, it's 102 megabytes, and you saw it as we departed. Obviously tonight we're flying into Melbourne, and Melbourne is not a freeware product, it is a FTX Orbx complete product, Melbourne version 2. There's a lot of very nice freeware scenery for Tasmania. To the island of Tasmania, just to the south of Australia. Part of Australia. It is effectively a state of Australia. Two major airports. Aussie 1365, really, copy.
Aussie 1365. Actually, I think the addons just changed them a little bit.
Yeah, it's changing. Darn.
Also, contact with Melbourne ground zero approach. Flight information uniform. Melbourne information uniform. Runway 34 for the part.
That's still uniform. I know it's going to be a warrant arrival, so I reckon it'll be the Victor. This one here will give us a couple of extra track miles if we're doing.
And
1365, go ahead.
Aussie 1365 is slightly more Bravo. Arrival runway 34, maintain flight level 340.
Bravo. Any chance of getting the Victor for that?
Aussie 1365. From waypoint, the waypoint Goldfield in the Anna Zulu on runway 34.
Yeah, we don't need none of visuals, fine. Just have okay down there.
Nice, 765, you're including 17 Victor arrival, runway 34.
7 Victor arrival, runway 34 for the visual approach, velocity 1365, thanks. close up that gap. And Velocity 1365 ready to descend.
Velocity 735, 180 to 250.
And ready down at flight level 250, Velocity 1365. And we're on the way down. Alright, let's have a look at our speeds. And the wind, what's it doing? 9 knots, pretty steady. Let's do flat 40. So it's a fairly light wind, steady wind, it's kev okay, no storms, no gusts. So flaps 40 is perfect for that. We'll get off on Foxtrot. For that purposes, let's go to auto brake 2. And let's complete the descent checklist. Pressurization setting is 450. Anti-ice not required, it's kev okay. Fuel, as discussed previously, we're expecting 2.5. Let's see how that's showing up. 2.7, got more than we expect, which isn't a bad thing. IS and altitude speeds. Okay, the speeds are set. What's our IAS? We only need 500 feet above field altitude. Let's put that in. So it's a visual approach. We'll do a 500 foot stable speed, stabilization altitude. And the actual touchdown altitude should be about 460. 450. Let's call it 450. Which makes it 950. No, it does, 950. Cool, we're set 950. We should be configured by that time.
3 times going 777-300 ER. It's running long distance time 38.
Just going to detune that. Leave that out of the way. Going to step through the plan. Montague, Warren, which is overhead Narry Warren, a suburb in the south east of Melbourne. Mitcham, Monty, Igeka, SID, which is right over Essendon, and then straight into runway 34 on a 3-mile final. I'm happy with the look of that. 160, 180.
Down to 9,000,
27. Down to 9,000, QNH 1027, velocity 1365. 9,000 feet set, got 1027. Bring that up. Done. And on the standby. Cabin crew, prepare the aircraft for arrival. I'll do PA while we're at it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain from the flight deck on our flight 1365 from Launceston to Melbourne. Thanks for flying on Virgin Australia today on our flight to Melbourne. Hope you enjoyed the flight so far. We have begun our descent into Melbourne at this time, and I'd ask that you return to your seats as we're about to prepare for landing. Cabin crew will be coming through just to check the cabin before landing, and I'd ask that you comply with their instructions. Looking at Melbourne at this time, it's fairly clear, and it's been a great day actually in Melbourne. The temperature is currently 13 degrees, and the outset for tomorrow looks to be fine. with a top temperature of 22. A little bit of light breeze from the north, which will put us on to an approach which flies overhead Essendon and making a right-hand turn onto the runway at Melbourne. Once again, thanks for flying with Virgin Australia. I hope you enjoyed your flight today, and safe onward travels from Melbourne Airport. Just going to double check the ATIS, make sure we have the right one.
Mission uniform. Runway 34 for departure roll. This approach is in use.
Still uniform.
Wind 01.
Next frequency, I believe, is Melbourne approach 1320.
Melbourne, Friday, Washington, 77 departure.
1415, 70, departure.
Washington, 77, added Launceston time, 39, established on the outbound 365, radio Launceston, climbing to 7,500 at the floor. City time, just past the hour, 01.
Proceed, everything is studying now, then fine, still clear to see all my city flavor is possible with the city.
And clear to city, what's name, 3 cross level 360, what's his name, 77.
set those seatbelt signs. Let's have a look at all of this. 136 is our approach speed. Crossing speed at or above 2005, 151 knots. Just looking at our taxi route, we'll land on the runway 34, probably come off on high speed Foxtrot and turn further right into Tango, right again onto Alpha, and then onto Uniform. We're on auto gates, probably gate 5, maybe 7. Turn on some lights there. Port Phillip Bay down there. You can see the blackness of where the water is. Coastline right there. Tiny little sliver of sunlight. Afterglow really, it's not sunlight. It's just the atmosphere, the upper reaches of the atmosphere still reflecting some sun. Service cockpits. Nope, not yet. Fun. This is taking forever. Should have dropped to an outside view, I suppose. No. This is going to be interesting, try to land like this. But it's a visual approach. This is still going on. There we go. How many minutes did that take? We go through 10,000. Q&H set 1027. Melbourne's at a velocity 1365, approaching 9,000.
Velocity 1365, contacting Melbourne, approach now 132.0.
Approach 132.0, velocity 1265. Melbourne approach, velocity 1365, 9,000 feet with information uniform.
Velocity 1365 within Melbourne approach, descend to 5,000. Expect the visual approach runway 34.
Down to 5,000, visual approach 34, velocity 1365. Let's go to level change, just for the moment, and I'm going to bring out some brakes.
460, 456, confirm you're heading or tracking towards FSinn, sir.
Confirming tracking towards FSinn now, on 456.
Cabin crew, seats for arrival.
Velocity 449, contact Melbourne, National 125, Western 39. 125, Western 2, velocity 449, you go.
Brakes are off.
1365, descend to 4,000.
Down to 4,000, velocity 1365. 4,000 foot set. Approach checklist. I'll choose them instrument set. Approach aids are checked, are run on, and standby ADI. And not required.
Velocity 1365, sorry, confirm down to 4,000.
Down to 4,000, velocity 1365. Let's go back to the VNAV.
456, commencing with the DVI runway 27, report status.
Report established, we'll report established on ILS for runway 27 Melbourne, on 456.
Thousand to go. And that there looks like the Monash freeway, highway, whatever, motorway. It's a bit much to call a freeway when it's not free. Down to 3,000 feet, velocity 1365. Flaps 1.
Melbourne approach, Qantas 456 is established on ILS, runway 27 at Melbourne.
Qantas 456, contact Tower 120, good night. Good luck.
120.5, Qantas 456, thanks very much.
Flap 5. And let's go get down. Get down 3 green, flap 15. Speed brake armed. Engine instruments continuous, the ignition I mean. SID visible ahead. Flap 25. set. SID outer marker. And we'll keep that configuration till just about SID. Next frequency 1205. That's set. Velocity 1365, maintaining 3000.
1365,
1365 visual.
1365, the third is the approach on
Cleared visual approach, runway 34, velocity 1365. And 120.5. Flap 40. And just about 1,000 a minute for the moment, maybe even more. Melbourne Tower, velocity 1365, runway 34.
So last year calling your thing, please.
Velocity 1365 on final 34.
Velocity 1365 today, we go 3609, not runway 34,
34 clear to land, velocity 1365. Runway is in sight, we are high. My throttles. Bit more into the turn there. Check.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Stable, slightly high.
500.
On slope.
Melbourne, Texas, stand on 72, ready and holding point Juliet, runway 34.
60 knots, manual braking.
Today, line up and wait, runway 34. Line up and wait, runway 34, just stand on 72.
Oscar 1365, vacated runway 34.
Oscar 1365, welcome to Melbourne, contact number ground there, 121.7, have a good night, bye.
Over the ground, 121.7, velocity 1365. About over to 121.7, velocity 1365.
And jet 972, wind 360 at 9 knots, runway 34, clear. Runway 34, then right onto Alpha and Whiskey to the maintenance area.
Caution, climbing at 320, taxi via Alpha and Whiskey taxiway to general maintenance area, climbers 456, thank you.
Melbourne ground, velocity 1365, vacated 34, we're on Tango for Echo, Pierre Echo.
Velocity 1365, taxi right onto Tango Alpha to the bay today.
Tango Alpha to the bay, velocity 1365.
Quantum 5031, clear to Melbourne, clear to Canberra via Bell, that's flight plane route, maintain 5000. Runway 34, Bell 8, departure, score 3071, departure 132, next one. Thanks, please Canberra by the Thanks, please Canberra by the Bell 8, departure 5000, initially runway 34, score 3071.
Take us off, transponder off.
Quantum 631.
Get that light back on. APU is running. Overhead set for the arrival. Go. Flight switches off. Gate number Echo 5. There's our gate right there. Turn off lights are off and taxi's off. Two greens. And there we are on the stop bar. Parking brake is set. AP on the bus, AP on the blades. And engine shut down number 1, number 2. And requesting the boarding. Fuel pumps are off, apart from the AP one, and we'll turn off hydraulics, AP generator, seatbelt signs, IRS is off. And there's the door. Well, there we are. One actual successful flight from Launceston to Melbourne in the Boeing 737 by PMDG. Hope you enjoyed the flight. A slightly rarer nighttime flight for me. So hope you've enjoyed that. This has been Musical Aviator on a Milk Run Monday from Launceston, during Launceston at Iron Mike. You guys have a good day. Catch you around.